Hi everybody and welcome again to SBTDT. Today we're going to be talking about something that is nothing technical. We're talking about a problem of attitude, which is not actually a problem, but it's something that it's better to have the good frame of mind before you go to the track. And I have to say that this vlog of today is going to be mainly dedicated to guys, because I have to say girls, they're really good about this. When they go on the track, maybe because they are scared more of us, they tend to listen to what they're told. I think that us dudes, we're too cocky to do that. When we think about going to the track, it's because we are fast. When I go on the street, I'm fast, and I have to show off to everybody. And that's in our nature. I mean, any animal species, the males try to show off against everyone else, to be the superior one. And really, this is not a good thing when we decided to go on the track. It's pretty bad, actually. The simple reason for that is that when you learn to go on the bike on the street, you may be fast, but you're doing it wrong. Wrong. A lot of things are wrong. And I remember when I was going on the street, we were a pretty decent group, 10, 12 people going around the street, and the top four, I was always within the top four. I was never the fastest, but I was always either the third of the top four or the fourth. So really, I was nothing special. But you know what? One day, three of us faster, we decided to go on the track. And that's when really the things that came to reality was a big reality check, because the faster guy of our group started getting a lot of criticism from the TrackDay's organizers. And I would really recommend, when you decide to go on a track day, find a TrackDay organization that does even schooling for the novice group. That's what we were novices, and definitely this friend of mine was all pissed off. Why do they keep calling me? What do they tell me? I know what I'm doing, they don't have to tell me. Whoa. These people, they have experience. I mean, I went there on the track day and I felt so slow. I mean, I was looking at the other guys, even the intermediate group, not even the advanced. Just looking at the intermediates, I was thinking, I'm never gonna be there. I was so slow, I was so scared on my first track day that I couldn't even keep up with the novice group on the opening lap. I swear, my first session, I was so scared. Everybody kept telling me, oh, on the track, you're gonna crash. And then you start realizing, wait a minute, why should I crash on the track if I never crash on the street? Why should I start crashing on the track? Plus, it's much better if I have to crash. I'd rather do it on the racetrack where I have a bunch of grass, sand, and eventually, worst case scenario, hit a tire wall. Not like on the street that I do a little mistake and I hit a guardrail, or even worse, the 18-wheeler coming from the other direction. So let's keep in mind that this is a safe thing to do. So yeah, it's good to be scared, because when you're scared, we tend to go slower and we're able to concentrate more on the things that we really have to do. And that's really what it boils all down to. When you go on the racetrack for the first time, you will be told a bunch of stuff. You're going to find yourself with a bunch of informations, and at the same time, especially us guys, we have this attitude, I need to pass everybody. No. That's really bad. That's really bad, because if you're there just thinking about going on the track and, whoa, I'm going to go full throttle, hey, I'm the one that does 180 miles an hour on the interstate. Well, good job. I'm happy for you. I want to see if you can do it on the track, because you know what? If you're lucky, a straightaway is 3/4 of a mile, and only a few dudes they can reach the 180. And that's really what's going on when you're getting on the track. You realize that really you need to learn how to ride the bike. It's not a matter of popping wheelies, that popping a wheelie and making a stop, that's not what you do at track days. At the track day, you go to learn how to go fast. And to go fast, there are a bunch of things that you need to do, and there is no way that you're going to learn them all at once. You need to learn them one at a time. And the first thing that they're going to stress about going on the track day, the instructors, they're going to start telling you need to follow the line, what is called the race line. Follow the line, follow the line, follow the line. They will keep telling you that. Why? Well, following the race line. First is the fastest line, and secondly, it's the way to be predictable. Because remember, if the guy behind you is faster, there is no way that you're going to keep him behind. He's going to pass you. So if you're on the race line, you're predictable. He knows where you're going. He knows how to pass you safely. Let's remember that we're talking about track days. We're not talking about the racing where you get trophies to bring home. You're going to have a championship in your hand at the end of the season. No, this is a track day. When you get the checker flag, what did you win? A new session. Great. You can do in another session. And that's all you want, really. One exercise that I remember that they made me do in my first track days felt pretty stupid at the beginning, but I have to admit that sometimes when I go to a new racetrack and have difficulty learning it, I still do this trick. They made me put the bike in one gear. They told me just put it either in third or fourth gear, you pick, and do a 20-minute session around the track just like that. You know what? It helps a lot because it reduces the multitasking. You're not thinking about too many things. You don't have to think about the gears. You're going to concentrate on the line, and you won't be able to catch enough speed to have to do hard braking. You're going to be putt-putting around the track. And you're really going to start seeing the track. You see the spots that you're going to hit when you're going to go faster. Okay, this is the point. Oh, look at that. There is a crack on the asphalt. I'm going to use that. Oh, in here there is a patch. I'm going to just put my tires right on the outside of that patch. That's how you really learn a track. And sometimes it's funny because I go on track days and my first 2-3 sessions, I'm always slow because I'm just working on learning the track. Learning the track, that's a really important thing. So everybody passes me. That's common, you know, I'm there. Maybe I'm just standing in one gear. Of course everybody passes me. Probably they're there pointing at me, laughing at me. Oh, that guy is low. Then after lunch, oops. Oh, that was the dude that was low earlier. Yeah, because while they're there busy, oh shit, I need to brake here. Oh, I was supposed to do that. Now I know, I just go fast. But to learn to go fast, you need to listen. You see, that's what the girls, they're really good at. And I've seen it happening many times. And I tried to help friends too, you know, in getting off of our show-off frame of mind and just listen. The instructor is telling you that you're messing something up. If you're a long-time street rider, more than likely you're messing up everything. I was too, and pretty much everybody. When I look at people driving around the street, it just scares me how much they mess up. I wonder how they stand up on the bike. And when you go on the track, the instructors, they're not going to have any mercy. They're going to tell you, hey, you are messing up. And, you know, you see the girls, they tell them, look, you need to do this. They do it. Now you can start doing this. They do it. You know what? By the end of the day, I've seen girls that they've never been on a bike, that by the end of the day, they were promoted to the next group. And I'm like, what the heck? What's going on here? Well, that's what's going on. They're listening. They're doing one thing at a time, learning how to properly go around the track, listening to the instructors, which they have much more experience, and they're getting faster, real faster. So let's try to get off the frame of mind of just going on the track to do this, because if that's what you're planning on doing, get off of the pits and just get full throttle. Let me know it works out for you. Eventually, I can come pick you up with the crash track in turn 1. So this is the first thing. Let's calm ourselves down, head down, listen, get on the track. The next thing is, it's still a matter of attitude. It's more an economic thing, but it needs to be considered. I mean, going on a motorcycle, it's a passion, and it's not a cheap passion, unfortunately. If you start going on the racetrack, eventually it gets even more expensive. There is transportation expenses, there is fuel to put on the bike, you need to change the brakes, you need to change the tires. The tires! Oh my God, how much the tires cost? They are expensive. When I'm lucky, I can use a set of tires and it lasts me 1 day. Well, you know, back then when I was a beginner, they would even last me 4 track days. Now, if I'm lucky, I do 1 day. It's $380 a set. And sometimes I go to track days and I see these guys that They just come in the pits, they start walking around, wandering around pits, then they see me that I just threw away a set of tires, and they come there, they pick her up and they ask me, hey, can I use these tires? Do you think they're still good? Dude, do you think I would be throwing away a set of tires if they were still good? Of course not. But you know what? There is people that they just pick up those tires and they just swap them in the bike and they go around just because they have a little bit of tread on. Having a little bit of tread on doesn't mean that the tire is good. If the tire is dried out, is as hard as a rock, is unsafe, period. I don't care how much tread you have left, throw it away. Instead, sometimes I see people that they show up at a track day and they have flat spots this wide on their tires because they did the past 300 miles on the highway. That's totally unsafe. I mean, we're going on the track to be safe, and here you try to cut out on the main thing for safety, tires. Tires are just a consumable as much as fuel. Unfortunately, that's the hard truth. So you need to change tires. So let's also get in this frame of mind that the bike to be safe needs to be safe by doing some things. One is the tires, checking your bike. I mean, don't come with loose bolts and tape that holds up important parts of the bike. Eventually take them off. Whatever you don't need, take them off. You cannot come with a paper clip that holds up your foot peg. They're not going to allow you to ride like that. Of course not. But I've seen stuff like that happening. I mean, I don't know what's going on in the mind of these people. I mean, it's not that we're going for the Sunday cruise. Once you're on the track, you're going to use the bike and you're going to use the mechanical components harder. You're going to push down on those foot pegs. The paper clip is not going to hold that. And definitely you're not going to be sitting like this, going around the track with your feet in the wrong position on the foot peg. We will talk about this in the future episodes, but even the position of the foot, 90% of the people messes it up. So really, if we want to go on the track, if you're thinking about going on the track, try to not do it for a show-off reason. Try to do it because you want to learn how to ride your bike properly. It's going to be a matter of safety for yourself. And then it's going to come the fact of becoming fast, because literally popping the wheelies doesn't make you any faster. You're losing power off of it. You need both wheels down on the ground, learn how to ride it properly, and get faster. Everybody's going to notice you once you go faster. So let's go to the track and get fast.